Live from the Elite Ringside Network, this is SmackTalk with Max Beattie and Spencer Hart.
What's going on, guys? It is SmackTalk here on the Elite Ringside Network. I am Spencer Hart, joined as always by Mr. Max Beattie. How you doing, my friend?
I'm not done with you yet.
Jesus Christ, Braun Strowman.
God, I'm sorry. He flipped. I know we're supposed to talk about SmackDown, but he flipped an ambulance. I don't even give a fuck. Braun Strowman. God damn it! Just for fuck's sake, I'm pretty sure he could eat Roman Reigns and shit out a better match against Triple H.
So one of my favorite memes I've seen, or photos I've seen on the internet today, is Roman Reigns drafted to the hospital.
Ladies and gentlemen, we regret to inform you that Roman Reigns has suffered we didn't think his new push out properly and will be written off TV for the next several months. We hope that you will send your thoughts and prayers to Mr. Reigns.
Oh yeah, everybody! I loved every time they heard Braun Strowman. They started cheering at the top of their lungs.
I just love the fact that he just wouldn't let up. Like, they got him strapped down to the stretcher, runs out, throws the stretcher, and flips over. Like, Jesus. I mean,
I'm not done with you yet.
I'm sorry. I haven't watched this week's Lucha Underground, but Lucha Underground, NXT, SmackDown, the rest of Raw, nothing's going to top the ending of Raw this week. Holy shit. I mean, I do think SmackDown was a better episode than Raw overall, but I don't care. Nothing SmackDown came out with this week is going to top Braun Strowman flipping an ambulance. I swear. I saw this great line online today where it's just like, Jesus, if he had either set that ambulance on fire or hit it with a semi, we'd have to canonize him.
Oh, man. Yeah, so SmackDown this week, of course, the second half of the Superstar Shake-up. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been drinking tonight because we followed the What Culture drinking game tonight, and I'm fuzzy. Don't ever do that right before a podcast. Good Christ.
Dude, don't ever do that if you like your liver. Ugh. Okay, so, speaking of this whole Superstar Shake-up, I mentioned this on Twitter last night with Raw, and I feel the same thing holds for SmackDown as well. I remember the draft. Mm-hmm. Okay, people? I remember the draft when it was new, and I remember, there was the draft lottery, and they made big announcements, and they made this big deal about it before Raw. They made a big deal about it before SmackDown, and it's just people from the other show showing up, and they're going to be showing up here now. Like, it felt weird that WWE half-assed the fanfare. That's like the one thing they always put effort into.
Yeah, and I hope that that kind of draft lottery that was kind of cool back in the first brand extension somehow makes even a little bit of a comeback, because I enjoyed one of my favorite moments was during was it the 2002 draft with Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff, and Paul Heyman reaches into the Raw Tumblr and says, "Are you sure that you want me to read this?" And Eric's, "Just read it, just read what's on the card." Okay. Paul Heyman SmackDown is pleased to announce Triple H. He cut to him in the back. He spit takes all over somebody standing in front of him, and he's like, what? Those are my favorite moments of just that pure shock. Yeah, don't get me wrong. The moment when Kevin Owens is talking to Baron Corbin, all of a sudden Sami Zayn comes out, he's on SmackDown Live. Oh, I was so happy.
I do gotta say, as much as I love Sami Zayn, dude really can't leave Kevin Owens alone.
No, and I'm hoping... I was hoping that Sami was going to win tonight. We'll get to this later. I was hoping Sami was going to win so we could see another match with them at Payback, but... Yeah.
I am. However, I'm really sad. No more Miz. No more minutes on SmackDown. And he went back to Raw, and I'm sorry, they're gonna ruin it. It's like, I love The Miz.
I know. So yeah, we start out SmackDown tonight with the new Kevin Owens show. I knew he was coming to SmackDown just for, it's weird because when they announced this Superstar Shake-up, and then last night, they're plugging the Chris Jericho Kevin Owens match at Payback, I'm thinking, okay, Kevin's not making the jump. And then the first person I see, well, technically the second person, well, technically the third person I see is the Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose. I'm thinking to myself, oh, wait a minute. What? So now we got Kevin Owens on SmackDown, but Payback's a Raw exclusive.
Dude, how about this? Did you forget? Bray Wyatt is having his title match for the SmackDown World title at the Raw branded Payback event.
Is it bad that I think the lines are being blurred already?
I don't think they're necessarily blurring them. What I personally think that they're trying to do is, and I actually do support this, they realized that, none of the storylines had finished. Well, not none, but a lot of storylines are still ongoing. Some rivalries are still going. Some stories are going to be heading into their next chapter, yada, yada, yada. And rather than just end them, they're going to do a temporary cross-promotional thing. It's kind of the logic being, yeah, we switched your brands, but when you wrestle on Payback, you're each representing your own individual brand now, and you see where I'm going with that. The only downside, there's a downside. Now that they've done the so-called shakeup, it means that who's ever walking in with a belt at Payback and is into a cross-promotional match is going to be walking out with it. There's not a chance that they're going to switch it up. It's too much. So Wyatt's going to lose. Orton's, Owens is going to keep the U.S. belt. Dean's going to keep the IC belt. The world title belts aren't going to change. Nothing's going to switch up there, which is it's disappointing because it basically means we're looking at another Bray Wyatt loss. And now that Bray Wyatt is not even on the same show, Randy Orton as world champion, as a babyface. Oh God, please kill me. So I just it's a little rough.
Yeah.
But I see what for.
Yeah, so yeah, we start out with Kevin Owens coming out, announcing he's on SmackDown Live. We then get Baron Corbin to come out and call out Kevin for losing to Dean last night, Dean running off to Raw, and then Kevin running over here to SmackDown. And then we get Sami Zayn coming out, announcing he's on SmackDown Live, and then we get AJ Styles, letting everybody know that he's staying on SmackDown Live, and that's where we set up the main event for the night, a number one contender triple threat match for the Universal, or the number one contendership for the United States Championship. I gotta get used to saying that because I'm not used to saying the United States Championship on SmackTalk.
Well, in a way, they're kind of going back to the old brand extension status quo, because if I remember, and I'm sure someone can correct me, but I'm pretty sure originally U.S. belt was on SmackDown and IC belt was on Raw, and eventually that swapped. But in a way, it's kind of going back to that. But
yeah.
I don't. The title belt situation feels weird right now.
Yeah, I was a little confused. But so then we move on to the. What did we move on to? I'm telling you, I'm fuzzy and I don't remember a lot of things. We moved on to. Well, we had the tag team championship match. The Usos versus American Alpha, where I knew somebody was going to be switching over to SmackDown, and lo and behold, we get the Shining Stars. Oh,
okay.
Balls.
First off, am I the only one who thinks that someone left American Alpha in the oven too long?
Maybe.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I won't lie. I was totally, despite everything I've said with the title belt situation, I've personally enjoyed most of the I'm just going to fucking call them draft picks. I've enjoyed most of the draft picks that have come up. And then there's the Shining Stars. And it's not even one of those, oh, yay, someone gets the Shining Stars. It's, why did you bother switching them? Why'd you bother drafting them? No one gives a shit about the Shining Stars. This would have been like if all of a sudden back in the day WCW made a huge deal about how Fire and Ice were going to be exclusive to WCW Saturday Night or some shit. No one cares.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yeah. Well, we were, like I said, we were doing the drinking game tonight, and the Shining Star switched over. We have to take one drink for that, and I'm like, I'll just keep drinking to fucking duh.
Just why? No one cares about that.
I wasn't very happy. Yeah. So then we get Shane McMahon addressing the women's division of SmackDown, which, as of 2 hours ago, was 5 women strong.
If that.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4? There's Natalya, Naomi, Carmella, and Becky Lynch.
Okay, aside from... Wow. Just... Wow, Naomi had 3 people to pick from.
Well,
Whew.
now she's got 5 more. We have Tamina, who's returning, and Charlotte.
Oh.
Charlotte comes to SmackDown Live.
Didn't see that one.
No.
Did not see, although I can't wait for Tamina to make a horrible splash into the women's division. It's
okay,
funny.
Thank you.
It's funny because she can barely wrestle.
I really thought Sasha was coming over.
Nah, I didn't think so. She's got the whole thing going on. She's got the whole thing going on with Bayley, and she's pretty much committed to the world's slowest heel turn. No, they don't want to fuck with that. I won't lie. My biggest bit of grief is no Alexa Bliss on SmackDown anymore. Although her debut on Raw was the most beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Oh God! Just the instant she turned around and said, "I don't need your approval," I'm just like, "But you got it." Fucking beautiful, man.
So, my roommate, Bobo, from a Slack off the show here on the Elite Ringside Network, just wrote to me and said, as we were talking about the women's division on SmackDown, he said, "You forgot Ellsworth."
I didn't forget Ellsworth. My mind blocks the Ellsworth. When he comes on screen, it's like Cena. I can't see him. My brain won't allow me to perceive him. It's protecting me.
Yeah. I understand. I don't understand him anymore. We're not going to get into it because I'm gonna kill myself if I have to think about that. So, yeah. So we then move into Bray Wyatt versus what's his face? Eric Rowan. Yeah. Welcome back, Eric. Nice to see you on the jobber line again. Oh, really quick. I want to talk to you about something. It was from Raw. It's happening right now on 205 Live. TJ Perkins is now a heel.
I mean, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. He's a heel. His heel turn is the most logical heel turn I've seen in a long time. Neville pretty much just showed up and pretty much said to him, "Hey, dude, you remember how when you were Cruiserweight champion and there was like 4 people anyone cared about? Yeah, there's more now. Mm-hmm. And everyone kind of thinks you're a joke because you don't do anything." And TJ Perkins pretty much went, "Ah, shit, man, you're right." And then he won a match clean and decided to wreck Aries' shit. It's the most logical heel turn in the world, but simultaneously, I had the reaction of, "Oh, TJP's a heel now."
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool, I guess.
Also on the Raw thing.